just with my family, I know it's 200 a month. That's just family.
200 racks?
Yeah, 200 racks a month.
And like, what do you mean by family? Like the kids?
Kids, baby mamas, sisters, grandmas, god sisters. You know, I take care of my whole family that I grew up, everybody get a check. You know what I mean?
Cut this. Cut it. I don't want my family to see this. Big Boy's Neighborhood. Alrighty now, man. I've been waiting on this one.
Okay.
Country Wayne, welcome to the neighborhood, bro.
What's up,
Yeah,
man? We here.
I didn't need no long intro, nothing like that, man, because we figured out on YouTube, people like, stop with the longness. Yeah. Just get right to it. F the foreplay, get to effing.
Yeah.
You know, but welcome to the neighborhood, bro.
Hey, I appreciate being here, man.
Bro,
hey,
I've been waiting on this one.
I've been waiting on this.
Man, man, it is really a pleasure to have you in the neighborhood, bro. And it's crazy because you know how you'll look at somebody working, and no matter how long I've been in the game, you still find inspiration when you watch others get down. And you have built an empire that's you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just say, like, there's no intro for Kountry Wayne. I don't say, comedian, coach, Kountry Wayne. I don't say, social media genius. You just say Kountry Wayne.
Yeah.
And it's here. Believe that. Had you always been into comedy? Did you know that was going to be your thing?
Nah. I was doing a lot of stuff before comedy, man. I had nightclubs. I was throwing parties before nightclubs. I was in the streets.
Yeah.
I just knew I wanted to take care of my family.
Yeah, man. Were you one of those throw everything up against the wall? And what sticks, I'm like, okay. Because I did everything.
Yeah. Whatever stick, as long as it ain't nothing that go against my soul, whatever stick.
Right.
If I would have been selling tires, I was fine.
Right.
I was good. Because I was good wherever I was doing, as long as I was able to look out for my family. I was straight.
Heard that. Or have you always been a family man?
Yeah, man. My daddy had a lot of kids, so I was the oldest on his side. And
How many your dad have?
He had 8.
Okay, alrighty.
So I was the oldest on his side, and my mama had 2 daughters, so I was the youngest over there. But I was always the one that everybody always looked to figure things out.
Do they still look to you now?
Oh yeah, they look to me and look with me.
Yeah, man. Is it crazy because how sometimes when we made it, they made it? Are you one of those guys?
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Because to be honest, I couldn't even be happy if they did, because I'm sober. So when you sober, you can't forget nothing. Right. So when I hit a certain level, I'm like, dang, boy, man, sis still staying here. I got to go get out.
Right.
So I didn't feel free until I freed all my immediate family.
Right. Do you feel like sometimes the blessing came to you because you knew how to divvy it up, or you knew how to give the experience and help everybody out too?
Yeah, I believe that because a lot of blessings I got was, undeserved.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was in the streets. I didn't go to prison. A lot of things that happened, even after all these kids or whatever, I just felt like it's because I do look out for my family.
Right.
Because this ain't my blessing. Some of this somebody else's blessing that they miss. It got to be because
it's all yours. It's all yours, man. And it's crazy, bro, because even when you bring up the kids, like, you've never shied away. It wasn't like somebody went in to Google and said, man, he got 10 kids. And then you're like, all right, y'all got me. Y'all got me. You always said that you had your babies.
Yeah, man. They everything.
Yeah, is that a different hustle for you?
Yeah, because you when you doing something, you doing it for them. Because you don't want to go back. So even when I'm on stage, I can't see my kids looking at me like daddy bombed. Right. Or daddy lost. So it's just like you got an extra fight, the extra gear kick in because you yeah.
Hey man, and it's crazy because a lot of the stuff that we do is for somebody else. Yeah, and I have 2 kids.
Okay.
And there's times, man, Kountry Wayne, I'll go home like, man, 2 kids. Whew. Natalia got 1, Louis got 1. People like, Big, I don't know how you can handle it. One of our guys got 4. He got the most kids I think I've ever worked with in my radio career that somebody worked directly with me. You got 10.
Yeah. It's a village. It's a village, man.
Hell yeah, it is.
It's something every day.
Dude, it's not just a village. It's a village. It's a Providence. It's a city. It's a county.
Everything.
Yeah, man. So when you had your first one at what?
17.
Man, at 17, I didn't know what I was doing at 17.
I didn't know what I was doing either.
Yeah, man.
I thought you were supposed to leave it there. Right. Obviously, you're supposed to.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you had your first at 17?
First at 17.
So that's what we were just now that you look back. That's a kid having a kid, baby having a baby.
Having a kid, man. They tell me all the time. They teenagers now. I'm 36. So I had them, Tony and Tamar, be like, man, I can't imagine having no child right now. Daddy, what you was thinking?
Yeah,
like,
man. You're like, hey, you here though?
Yeah, they here.
Yeah.
Barely, because
Hey man, and when you say your how old is your oldest?
18.
And you're 36.
36.
So you slick enough at an age where they can't even get past you.
Nah, man. They try and their game's so weak. I tell them, hey man, I be worried about. I say y'all can stay here forever in this house.
Yeah.
Cause y'all ain't gonna make it out there.
Yeah. You can't go out to the wolves.
You can't go out in the wolves with that mindset. And I used to look at my family, like my peers like that. Cause I jumped off the porch at a young age. Mm-hmm. So even my brothers and my people, my peers, I be like, they green.
Yeah, man.
Even now when I look at some people in the industry, I'm like, oh man, I'm glad if I was a negative person, I could really take over people.
Right.
But I'm like, bro, I don't know what your mama told you. But you green, your mama don't babies, you can see the weakness. And I tell my children, I'm like, man, y'all tricks is so bad.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, have you seen some of them, like the 18-year-old, they seen a lot when you weren't on?
Yeah, for sure.
Have you seen the difference between your 18-year-old and probably one of your youngest, like as far as like the privilege too?
Yeah, my youngest, Honest, well, my youngest is Kiyomi. You know what I'm saying? She 2, but Honest, she's old enough, she talking and whatever. She's oblivious to all the stuff that we went through before.
Yeah.
She don't feel it. Tony still, I never hit that in my career. It was like, and I always had money at every level. So Tony he just jumped into it. It don't feel like nothing.
Right.
But Honest, oh my God, she's a problem. Like she think the world, she got this big imagination.
Right. On your pay.
Yeah, on my pay.
Yeah. And how old is Honest?
Honest 6, man. She
oh yeah,
and she lied. I should have named her Honest. I should have named her.
Lie a little bit.
Yeah, and I try to get on about that lie, and she got these. Like one time, she said the daycare, the police came. She said, oh, Mama, you know the police came, cause the daycare teacher hit me today. It was a lie. And then she said the other day she pulled 3 teeth, and she say the tooth fairy came. She say she seen the tooth fairy, and we like, Honest, you know you ain't see the tooth fairy. Probably came. She say, no, I seen it. We was like, what the tooth fairy look like? She talking about like a tooth. I say, Honest, please.
Man.
Like she really, like she got this big imagination, but she ain't grow up in the reality of.
Yeah, man.
When she was born in this dream world where the money's there all the time. But Tony and Tamar, they're a little different.
Hey man, and you definitely know your life, but is it hard having 10 kids?
At first,
right?
It's hard at first, but it get better. It get better as time go on. At first, it's rough, man. You be like,
man,
God, I did it, but can you help me? Because I'm not gonna make it through this. Because it ain't just the kids, it's the baby mamas,
right?
And then you got to deal with the baby mama's family, especially if you're getting a little paper.
Yeah.
So it's always privileged. What this one getting, what that one ain't getting.
And it's 5 baby mamas.
Yeah, 5 baby mamas.
Okay, so with the 5 baby mamas, do you have to be strategic on, because social media, if you take something or...
Nah, what I did, I kind of broke it down like $5,000 per child. So if you got 3 kids, you're going to get about 15, and you get extra that month because the kids get their own money. So if you got 1 child, you get 5, and then I still do the extra stuff. So basically, I broke down my own child support system.
Yeah. I heard that. That's why the King of Hearts tour, you like, man, I gotta stay out on this road.
Hey man, we got to figure it out.
Hey man, you be adding up like you add up like real life, like okay, 15 here, 5
15.
here, yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
And now count the life because that's just a child support. Now you got the kids, you got to still get them theirs. The baby mama got houses. So what I did, I kind of treated everybody equal. And once I did that, that's when the peace came.
Oh, you got him. Oh yeah. Yeah. When you can't even look to the left or the right, like, was she getting there? So we all get it.
It was like that one time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
The one, I was with, when I was with, she had a Benz. Then, one of my baby mamas had a Toyota. And it felt, the kids come to my house, and then they go to their house. I'm like, all right. So I seen it. I was like, nah, this ain't.
And they wouldn't let you just say, this is where I live and this is who I'm with now.
Nah, you can feel it. Nobody never said nothing because everybody always was looked out for, but you could just feel it. It was like figuring out a code.
Right.
It was like, how do you have all these women, these exes in your life and still have peace to be able to move on? And I figured it out. And once, I got to be honest, man, once my baby mama got that paper, they was able to be even better mothers.
Right.
And once I gave them that paper, they handle everything different. They got a schedule, how they treat the kids, and they give me peace. Because if you got baby mamas, you might as well forget about being in a relationship until they get that paper.
And when you say, so is it 2 on each, or does one have 3? Like, how does that break
my high school sweetheart, we have 3.
Okay.
My high school sweetheart, we have 3. My ex-wife, we got 3.
Damn.
And the other, my last child.
You understand? You want me to come back to it?
No, my last child.
Okay.
It was one, but it was three. It was three I had in the middle of my baby mama ex-wife, and had one after my ex-wife.
Hey man, it's crazy when you start doing that. When you can't look at the person, you got to be up here like.
Oh, but hey, yeah, you can't look at it straight. 'Cause you got yeah.
Hey man, but it keeps you hustling.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You figured it out, and plus, man, you got to think, man. There's, I mean, you can love your kids, but you gotta have what you're having too, and create an empire, man, just to take care of kids.
Yeah, you got to, man.
Yeah, man, because I know, and like I told you, I got 2. And it's hard for me to just keep up with the 2 sometimes.
Yeah, it just.
I'm like, you want to eat didn't you eat yesterday?
Eat.
Yeah, and you want lights?
Man, listen here. Oh, lights, they ain't cleaning up.
Yeah, man.
You get a child, once they become teenagers, you won't believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, you got to stay on about stuff like that. But it's about now, they the most loyal people to me.
Yeah,
it's my
I hear
kids.
you.
So because you go
Gotcha.
through life and relationships and all that, and you can feel everybody loyal to what they loyal to. But your kids, you be like, you know what? Worst case scenario, even if they do cross me, they mine. So it's like, man, it give you a piece on if you make it to this part of it. It's the most beautiful thing. My kids, even my sons, they help me make money. When I ask them to do something, they ain't got no other intentions.
Gotcha.
Humans gonna come in your life and have another intention.
Gotcha.
Those kids got an intention because they want to make you proud.
It's crazy how we don't marvel people staying around and doing what, like people say, oh, you're supposed to take care of your kids. Yeah, you are. But when someone really takes care of their kids, we don't marvel that.
Man, this the world. The world is not gonna marvel the real stuff.
Right.
To be honest, the more to get real popping in the world, for real, you have to be real fake.
That's real.
I've learned that through my content, because when I started off doing my content, I pretended like I was corny doing certain stuff. Like I act like I couldn't dance, I act like I couldn't rap.
Right.
But the whole time I could do all that, because what I did, I said I'm gonna put my worst foot forward. Because if I would have came off kicking knowledge, kicking wisdom, nobody would never. So I had to be like, hey. But I knew the world, if you really want to pop, you got to be fake.
Yeah,
because
man.
Because the world fake. So when you see somebody pop, be like, hey. But to be yourself, you draw your people in, and then once you give them the real, it's like a woman. Every time I used to talk to a woman, right, I'd be like, oh, I'm cool, laid back. Then as soon as I get that coochie, I'd be like, hey, babe, we gotta wash some dishes. Like, we gotta keep the house clean.
Right.
And she like, hold up.
Yeah.
If you would have been vibing with this serious vibe, I wouldn't even gave you this. But
right, early on.
But once they don't
it's called sending your representative. Yeah, I sent the representative.
But once you don't got them, they gonna stick with the one they love and real. They might not like it all the time, but so that's what I don't care what the world say. God be reward me for the stuff the world don't reward me for, and that's what the world know me for. They know me because I'm rewarded, and a lot of people in the world be like, man, I ain't even on Wayne like that. Like how where he at?
Right.
And I'm not even on who's on him. But I'm like, boy, God saying you.
Hey man, that's what I was talking to you about before we got on. Does it feel like it's getting bigger and bigger for you as opposed to dissipating or going down?
It's so powerful right now and so big that I got a social media business and I do touring, you know what I'm saying, and I do film and stuff. But it's so big that I got multiple fan bases. It's a fan base,
right,
that was like, oh, we glad Wayne back off tour. I haven't even went off tour yet. Because there's so many fan bases that I got, one for stand-up, one for,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Can you tell where they know you from?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. The day ones real relaxed.
Mm-hmm.
They like, oh, we knew. And we know and they know this Wayne, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people know me from the skits.
Yeah.
And some people just know me because it's just like they seen you. You're one of the social media people, but it's pockets. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I get out one pocket, when I got off Instagram, people think I be falling off, but it wasn't no money on there. So I got a Facebook audience that's so big that I play with Instagram. It's like this the easiest audience to get, because Facebook, that's why everybody run from it, because they don't care who you are. If it ain't good, they not rocking with it. I give you an example. I say if Beyonce got a cake and a girl named Ashley got a cake, they gonna close their eyes and taste the cake. Whoever got the best cake. On Instagram, it's the sauce. It's the sauce. And Instagram the easiest. All they gotta do is have some money. Instagram is.
So do you do more Facebook?
Yeah, I do Facebook because those are real people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's real people on Instagram too, but they influence. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we call them.
Yeah,
influencers.
Instagram real. It's a lot of everybody influence. Even the celebrities don't got influence now. They listen to the people to change their art. I'm like, bro,
right.
I'm like, man, you messing up. You got to just, when you're an artist, when Ford made a truck, if he would have asked the people how they wanted, they would have been like, put a tire over here. You know, you got to make it from what the energy tell you. And so I feel like Instagram just real influential. And every time I go over there, I pop when I feel like it. I be like, man, it's like fun.
And you still do a lot of content.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
where do you not where do you find that time, but that's got to be extremely important to your brand as well.
Oh yeah, I drop like 13 brand new videos, 3-minute videos a day. You know what I'm saying? But what I did at first, I was dropping all of them. I was doing like 7 a day, or 6 a day, 5 a day sometimes by myself. But what I did now, I only drop 1 a day. And I pay others. I taught other people around me how to do what I do. I let them follow me for a couple years. I'm like, this how you do this. This how you keep a 3-minute video going. This how you get their attention. This is where the pivot gonna be. They gonna throw the ad here, da-da-da-da. And now I got people out there that I pay. So I'm dropping 13 new videos a day. I drop more videos than everybody in the world.
So are you but you're not in every video.
No, I'm not. I don't have to be in it anymore.
Damn.
Because I was figuring out, like, man, it's passive income, but if I'm there all the time, it still ain't passive. I say, man, if I could get this page to a point, and I seen the vision, man, and I did it.
What do you spend for real a year on content?
$3 million. $3 million. I spent $3 million.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
You have to think. You have to
damn.
Look back and be like, damn, I'm doing that. Because at one point you didn't have $3 million to do that, and now that's
and that's just on that.
That's just on
Yeah.
that.
Like if I had the $3 million, I'd be like, man, do I do this on content or just leave? Like, man,
it's such an achievement.
yeah, man, yeah, that's crazy. Because Ani, you do a lot on mine. Jason, our producer, he does. I probably spend a year on content. What do you think, Ani? What, $70, $85?
Yeah,
yeah.
some.
Like,
round it up to
I
me to
think I did like $100 a year last year.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it just ain't popping for me though, bro.
We'll get there.
Yeah, and they say content is king, man.
Content is king.
Yeah.
And they giving out deals now.
I know,
they license
man.
it. It's basically what people don't realize, and sometimes I don't even, I talk about it when people bring it up, like you who really serious, but it's so, I don't want to go around talking about it because it's like, I don't let people bring it up, and I do want people to get the message because when I was in the streets, only reason I tell people, because when I was in the streets, only thing we could do, sell dope, play sports, or be a rapper. That's what was popular.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm really speaking to the people who in the streets and got potential like I was. Like, bro, you could pick up your phone and make some money. But what it is, man, I really just figured out it's the music business.
Mm-hmm.
The content business now is streaming.
Yeah.
And nobody's not looking at it like that. But that's how people mess up in music. They was looking at it just music.
Right.
Versus people who was in the office was like, man, this is business. Like, this is business. So the content business, they licensing content now like music. So if you own your content on social media, social media is a big Spotify or whatever. Unless they just make it disappear one day. But you still own the content. So that content, you get to repost it. Post it on multiple platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody monetizing.
Hey, man, you see how we not talking about the tour? We ain't talking about content.
No, nobody never do.
It's like you over here giving us a lesson. You see everybody over here like all tuned in.
I haven't went to an interview in the last 2 years where people really be like, yeah, Kountry Wayne come, but the reality is people want to know, and I don't blame them. Because I wanted to know, but I had to figure it out. But I'm like, man, this the music business. The music business. You know what I'm saying? Because what it is, it's like, when my daddy used to sell dope before me, I used to hear about the prices they would get the bricks for in the 80s. I said, damn, if I would have got a brick for that price.
Yeah. So
when you hear what movie people were making back then, you like, dog, if you would have caught the movies back then when Denzel then would get that back end, and then you hear what the rappers was getting off CDs, you like, man. So I'm like, I'm finally at the beginning of something. That's always been my prayer. I want to finally, cause if you catch the beginning, dog.
You missed all the hustles.
Yeah.
Even when they did Ponzi schemes, always got in when it was time to lose the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we are at the beginning.
At the beginning
of a whole new revelation.
Yep.
And what's the book? damn. The 10,000 hours. What's the 10,000 hours? Is what? Say it again.
The 10,000 liars?
No, it's not 10,000. It's liars something though. Damn. Outliers. Outliers. If you read Outliers, they talk about how, the steel industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The immigration industry, when people came over, then they became, they were tailors, but they made their kids become lawyers and all. And then when you look at the 55s, like the 1955s with the Bill Gates and the Steve Jobs and all, it was like they caught these waves. And now you look now, and that wave is social media, content, creation. And it's crazy because there's people that I'm celebrating 30 years, and I don't count nobody else's success. I don't dig in nobody's pocket, none of that. But my career, 30 years, there's people that's come in and lapped my career many times over because they're using content and they came in at a different time. You know what I'm saying? And at a different date, bro.
Yeah, this is what we've been praying for. It's like everybody been praying for ownership and be able to own their content as soon as it came. They're like, oh, I want to go the other way. I'm like, this what we prayed for.
Yeah, man.
It's like, man, this what we prayed for. And it's like, man, and it's for the hustlers for real.
So, but comedy wasn't your thing. You know how when people say when they're young, like, I want to be a comedian. You didn't say that?
No, everybody else did. Especially,
So you were
especially
funny?
white people. Oh, yeah.
Right.
I was so funny that I never was silly.
Explain.
Like, I just say something
Right,
real.
yeah.
I was real. I was never like the person to go pick on nobody. I didn't have to pick on nobody for real. I just say something real in class. Like, hey, man, no, that ain't right. So you gonna let the white girl get that ain't fair. Keep it real. I would just always say something real.
And people found funny in that.
Everybody thought that got me off everything. That's the only thing. And I never could, no matter what I did or whatever, funny was always the number one me.
Right.
I couldn't be no better businessman or nothing better than I am funny.
So it was just in you. It's innate.
It was the easiest thing I could do.
Right. Did at times, Kountry Wayne, did you try to push it away? Because either there's something in the street, there's real work that's going on. Did you think, man, people don't live off of this. People don't make no money by just being funny on the block or at school or,
Yeah, I was using it without me knowing. I had to go back and look back and like, that's what got me everywhere I was at. Everything else, the business and the game and all that was second to the funny.
Right.
And if I ever try to put that before the funny, I'm gonna lose everything else. But the other people shine in me after the funny. The funny was the easiest thing.
Right.
That's why I give so much.
Did you ever feel like you were suppressing the funny?
Yeah, because I had to in the streets.
Yeah.
And sometimes it comes off now, and I try not to do that because even when I meet people, man, I'm real. They be like, you ain't the same person we see on, because I be real.
Yeah, reserved a little bit.
I'm real reserved.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have suppressed it a lot, but it's when I do turn it on, it's the thing that opened up the doors.
When did you know, like, man, there's something here? Because you say you did everything. You worked, hustled, you did everything. So take me through some of the gigs that you had. Like, because you got at 17, too, you still got to eat and provide.
For 17, at 17, I went straight to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Well, I tried to do the military before that. So, because I had a son, I got my baby mama pregnant in 11th grade. So I tried to go to the military on the way to 12th grade. You go to basic training. They call it split ops. And you're supposed to go back to AIT after basic training, after 12th grade.
Yeah.
But I ain't go back. You know what I mean? But, I ain't go AWOL. I just ain't go back. But that's
what is it considered?
It was BWOL.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
I just ain't go back. I ain't go back. But I told him I got out of it.
Right.
Through comedy.
Right.
I told the recruiter, I said, man, I can't go because I heard they was about to send us to Iraq. And I was like, man, I cheated through basic training, man. I'm telling you, I'm not a good soldier. I promise you. I'm going to die. He was like, no, you got to go back to AIT. They say, after AIT, y'all going to Iraq. So I was like, hey, man, I'm going to tell you, man, I got scoliosis.
Right.
I got scoliosis and I'm flat-footed.
Yeah. You was like, what keep me out of here?
Yeah. So I said, if you want somebody over there walking like this right here. Man, he said, you know what? They gave me an honorable discharge.
Hey, man, that's what Earthquake was saying. He was like, man, he said, I thought we were just practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then he said when it was real war, he was like, oh, no, I don't want this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried that.
He was like, man, I could die in the streets at home.
Yeah.
Right.
And they tell you they give you $250,000 if you die.
Man.
I say, yeah, the family, man, this wasn't me.
Yeah.
And I did that. And after that, I went to the streets. Then after I got caught in the streets, So I finally got me a job. So I worked at a company called Georgia Power for 2 years, 2.5 years.
Is that like the power plant? So I just okay.
Yeah, it's like
so
the power
electric company.
Electric company, but I was with the environmental services. And then I did that, and then I tried not to go back to the streets. But I had a dream. I said, man, I'm finna do this rap thing, so I need some more money. Because this chick wasn't working with child
And how many
support.
kids do you have by then?
I think I had 6 kids. I had 7 kids by the time I was 22.
Damn.
Yeah, damn. That's what I said.
Yeah. 7 kids before you were 22?
7 kids at
Man,
22.
there's a couple of people in this room that ain't had sex 7 times before they were 22.
All the kids together.
Between 14 and 22, man, I was women. That's why now it's more reserved.
Yeah,
because a lot of people, you know, they don't, like a lot of my family who wasn't messing up when they was young, they mess up more now.
Right.
Man, that's why I let my kids mess up a lot. I govern it the best I can.
Have this early.
Because boy, you gonna go through that 20-year-old moment of life of doing things you couldn't do when you was a teenager. Mm-hmm. But I messed up between the age of 14 and 22. It was women. So by the time I got 22, I was like, man, let me get on my grind.
Yeah.
I went to hustling.
But
like,
7 kids before you're 22?
7.
Hey, man, how does that not, how does that not get you down where it's like, man, this is a hard life. Did you ever think like, man, how did I get dealt it? Well, you know you got dealt it. You was fucking a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, did you ever think like, man, how do I get up from this?
To be honest, it was hard to look at it like that because I loved them so much once they got here.
Gotcha.
It was like, man, as long as I could take care of, that's all I was thinking about. Because I loved to be in their prison. To be honest, poverty had me in an environment I was in had me more down than them. They was the thing that kept me like, man.
Gotcha.
Dang, this kid don't even know that you in the projects. He coming to the door, daddy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, Tony, what's up?
Gotcha.
So they was the thing that kind of helped me because I was always real. I can't block my mind. A lot of my siblings, you know, they took a drink or whatever. I never did that. So when you sober, you looking at life every day.
Right,
so I could never trick myself. So every day I could be depressed. Cause I'm like, man, I ain't lying, man. This ain't right. I don't care how much y'all throw this barbecue, how much y'all try to have this party. We messed up. Ain't nobody got no paper. And don't nobody got no plan. We can't even afford to eat healthy. So it was like, so I was always in that reality. So my kids kind of helped me be like, man, it's just something good. You got this pure person here who just want to go outside or want a popsicle. But everybody else out here, man, when you walk out the doors, when you're in poverty, even then when you ain't in poverty, even in business, bro, somebody out to take something from you. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody out to give you nothing. So
that's crazy you saw that so early on.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have to because you're in the middle of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Everybody see it though. People just, it's so bad. I think everybody just pretend like they don't see it. Everybody like, man, everybody know. Like in business, when people be telling me they got a bad contract, I'm like, you knew that was gonna happen. What made you think this person love you so much they care about your mama?
Yeah, man, exactly.
Like what you
and like you know those words on that contract mean something. Read it.
I'm taking.
Yeah, man.
I'm not finna help you.
Right.
Like I be confused when people think
I got
somebody
bad
about
contract.
to treat them right.
Yeah, man, got a bad deal.
People only treat people right who already treating themselves right.
Right.
That's just like a relationship. Somebody treating themselves right.
Know your worth.
Bruh, it's hard because you treat yourself right, man. They like, I can't help but treat you, but people ain't finna treat people right, man.
Hey, man, that's real when people say, man, I got a bad deal.
I be like, a deal is bad off the rip.
Yeah,
the word
you got
deal.
a bad deal.
The word deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. If the word deal is in, somebody got.
Yeah, man.
An agreement is a different story, right?
Agreement is different.
Yeah.
Right. But a deal, bro, because you...
Agreements are bad, too.
Yeah.
Man, anytime somebody give you a bunch of money off the rip, you just got.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
Because ain't nobody finna give you no... Well, hey, come on now.
Hey, man, I forget which artist it was, man, but I remember Vlad was interviewing somebody. Y'all probably know. But Vlad was interviewing somebody, and he was just like, yeah, he was talking about the recoup. And she didn't know that you had to pay that $1 million back plus. She was like, no, you got to pay that back. And she learned right there with Vlad that, bro, they don't just give you that money and you just bring your homies out and, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro.
And so you got to think about it. People like Michael Jordan, they got to look at his career. He accidentally got that paper because Nike didn't know he was gonna sell that many shoes.
Right.
That's why he was so good. Cause he out there playing with passive income. You can't, a person who got passive income, it's so stress-free. You cannot mess with him. Trust me.
I'm gonna try this tonight.
Yeah, Jordan was out there playing. Just look at him after that Nike contract.
Yeah.
He was relaxed.
Yeah.
He was so relaxed, he quit.
Yeah.
He really didn't want to play no more. He like, man, I'm making all this money. So when you see artists this big and still got the tour, you like, bro, I hate to tell you, I don't care if you got $1 billion. You got pimped so bad. Because if you that famous, because man, my fame ain't nowhere near. I be meeting people and I'm like, man, my money shouldn't be that close to some people who weigh. I'm not that, I'm famous, but it's like ingraded famous. Like people just know me, but I have been pushed by the industry. Bro, to be that big, but people got way more than more people, and that's what they look at. That's why people look down and talk down on people. But if you look at your boss and the person who owned that company, who never made a record, you'll be like, and usually they find out later. That's why they get so mad and angry.
Right.
Because they really mad at themselves. Because, man, when you get pimped in a contract, the bad end of it, it's like a woman. When she get her heart broke, where she crazy. Because you don't lie to her. She thought she was talking to this person. Then she find out, oh, you took her out and her mama? You love her? Bro. So,
and that's when you hear everything about yourself.
Yeah, man, this game. So I'm like, I always knew life was like that. So I walk in it like that. Man, you're not here to help me.
Right. Is that why you choose to do so much early on for yourself?
Yeah.
And get your worth up and your bar work up so that way nobody can come and say, this was like, really, it's like, what can you do for me that I'm not doing for myself?
I can't sleep at night. If I got done wrong in a deal, me and this person got to talk every day until we switch it. Yeah. I don't care what I sign.
If I can't sleep at night, you definitely can't sleep at night.
You can't sleep at night. So to keep myself out of that situation, I just own much as I can. And then when I go into a situation that, okay, this deal might better me, I'm not going to get that much money, but you got a big enough platform that's going to stretch me. So I know what I'm going into. But if you got something you already own, you ain't going to trip that bad. But it's like, man, you better because, man, that stuff will drive you to drinking and drugs bad.
When did you start comedy?
I started comedy in 2014.
That's crazy.
When I did my first skit. Yeah.
So when you did your first skit, it wasn't about you becoming a comedian. Or becoming like, man, I could take this on the road.
I knew I was just wanting to get popular on social media because I had a nightclub.
Right.
So my first goal, I was like, I'm gonna get these nightclubs so popular. I was focused on whatever I got in my face. I don't never focus on what's outside of me.
Right.
So I was like, man. And then when I did the comedy and I seen it going where it's going, I seen other comedians. I started searching comedians. I was like, oh, boy, I'm finna tear this comedy game up because I'm bringing something else. I ain't just silly. I'm real. So I was like, I'm going to talk that real people in the older audience, because people thought I was older because I always catered to them.
Yeah.
Cause I went towards the older audience on purpose because nobody was aiming at them. So I was like, I have these people to myself. I say once I get them, I'm going to take the suits off, start bringing the drip.
Right.
I had a plan. And
that's the same way you say on social media, you came in it's playing like you didn't know how to dance.
Yeah, people think I'm 50.
Bring them in.
People thought I was 50 for a minute. They was like, he 40-something or 50. They didn't know I was young the whole time.
And so in 2014, you're like 26 cracking this game, but studying it. And you know that real life, you're like, oh, man, if I can handle this here, then this is a different kind of hustle I know I can handle.
Nobody ain't gonna be able to stop me. I knew it. I came in with a confidence because, I'm from a country town. So, a country town ain't no hope. Like people in New York and LA, they be like, man, it's a hard grind, but you still got at least inspiration.
Right. And you can get right to it too. You can take a bus, a subway, and to the life where it's at.
That country town, bro. The country is it's so hard to get out of those country towns, man. People don't understand.
And where are you from, country town, though?
Millen, Georgia.
And with Millen, Georgia, is there anybody else that you look at and say, oh, man, such and such made it out of Millen?
You're not making it out no country town.
Right.
You talking about some real hate. When you, like in LA, you might have a group of writers, of actors. They might be jealous of one another, you know what I'm saying, and want to get apart, but they'll support them. Come over here and do my audition because they respect the art so bad, people kind of help you to a certain degree. So it's like, in places, a lot of hate and competition, but people still respect. In the country, it get ignorant. they'll ignore when somebody doing something. So it's like, man, you not getting out that country town because there ain't no inspiration.
What got you out of there? Was it just being able to take social media or take that device, and now with that device, it gets us out of wherever we are?
That social media, what it did, it made my hometown realize I didn't need them because I was always popping, but you know what I'm saying? I was always the most popular and all that. But when you had people from Chicago, LA, then they tried to be like, this phone saved me. I had so much hate. I fought so many dudes. I fought in high school more than everybody and everything. I went through so much. But this phone put people out. Cause like, who is this? I was different. I talked a little different. They were like, he from the South, but he ain't from Atlanta. It was like, who is that? But I was like the first country person that people had seen on the internet. I'm a country for real.
So is that why you go by the name Kountry Wayne?
Yeah, I went by the name Kountry Wayne on purpose because I was like, if I keep the word country, I'm gonna at least keep all Mississippi though, no matter what.
Right.
And I said, if I go farther and I start getting more popular than people from Atlanta and Chicago and LA and stuff, they're gonna be like, that's our hero.
Yeah.
Because we never seen a country boy. We never seen a country boy. Everybody think country people slow.
Right.
So when a country boy outdo somebody, people like, damn, how you let a country boy? So I wore it on my shoulder, like I'm a country boy, because the city always thought country people slow. I said, I'm gonna show them. So I had that on my shoulder. I'm like, I'm gonna represent for all the country people. And when they see me outdoing people in the city, they gonna be like, that's our hero.
Right.
So I got like it's like a cut audience.
Right. So you had them.
Yeah, when I went on Netflix, they didn't expect me to hit the top 10. I went number 1. Whew. And they didn't understand how I went number 1 because they didn't promote it.
Hey man, and that's crazy because now that we know the name Tyler Perry, right? Tyler Perry was like, who is this man doing this?
We been to him.
But yeah, and he went right to the core.
He went to the core,
and we showed up.
We showed up because the country was showing up so early. See, people think when Tyler Perry drops something, he gonna go number 1 every time because he got South Carolina, Mississippi. He got all them towns I'm talking about. I used to run around with his play, Medea's Family Reunion. So he got those people, and he knew that. Because you get them people from the South, man, who ain't got nothing to do. Because one thing about country people, this is what they will do. If you ever make it in Hollywood, your numbers gonna surpass everybody because they're not busy. They're not trying to be celebrities. So when you get fans out in the pop world, everybody trying to be a celebrity now.
Yeah, man.
So you don't got that. That's why you see somebody so popping, they put out an album, they can't sell nothing.
It's a whole lot of different Me Too out here. Oh, I rap Me Too.
Me Too. But them country people,
comedy,
they cool with their life, barbecuing, they family, playing spades on the weekend, and they more happier there. So they like, we're not celebrities.
I always ask people, man, if we're all on stage, who gonna be in the audience?
Bruh, ain't no audience no more.
Yeah.
Also, it ain't no, everybody want to be a celebrity. So the game, being a celebrity now, it's not really how it was. So you just got to have, it's real now. It's like, man, you better have a real following. Some people who really into what you bringing.
Did you have any inspirations, not either early on or inspirations in the same field?
Like in comedy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. Everybody. Eddie Murphy, Cedric the Entertainer, even with Kevin Hart blew. I was like, man, and the crazy thing is, bro, God was showing me signs I was supposed to do this through Kevin Hart special. I remember I was asleep, me and my baby mom was asleep in the project. Well, she wasn't my baby mom at the time. Kevin Hart had Laughing My Pain out. And it was a gas leak in the apartment, but we didn't know till the next day. But I like to die. But she was laughing so hard at Kevin Hart special. She was just laughing. You know what I'm saying? Because they was like, Katt Williams was the one. But then Kevin Hart dropped that Laughing My Pain. It was like the world jumped on. And then I went to his next special. And I remember I had a girl with me at the movies. This the one where he was throwing a fire. It was like fire.
Yeah, fire, bitch.
Yeah. So I had my hand on her thigh, and I remember watching it. And my goddamn hand got so hot, I can feel it. And she was like, get your hand on me. Your hand's so hot. It was like a real heat. Then I told my brother, I said, bro, it was something. I feel like I'm about to be something in the comedy world. I feel closer I was rapping, but I felt closer to Kevin Hart than I did rappers. And this was 2013. But I knew, I was fans of all of them. Katt Williams. I was fans of every comedian, man.
So you was already a fan. You know, some people, they say, man, I went back and I started to research who Eddie Murphy was. I started to, so you already knew.
I was a fan of everybody, man. Every comedian. I remember a time I was a fan of them, man. Eddie Griffin, you know what I'm saying? What was Undercover Brother? You got Steve Harvey. All the Kings are coming. I was watching Steve Harvey's show, hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Curry, yes,
Mark
sir.
Curry. You know, I was a fan. I remember Lavelle up there telling his jokes.
Man.
So without me knowing it, I was already studying it.
Yeah, tuition into the School of Experience, bro. Getting your 10,000 hours in.
Yeah, I'm a fan of all comedians.
How do you feel where some of the comedy is at right now, man? We starting to see more, I wouldn't even say comedy beefs, but we just starting to see more talk. Like there's just certain things right now, it's not as funny in certain areas of comedy. How do you feel about it, and how do you stay out of it? Because even Katt shouted you out.
Yeah, Katt shouted me out, man. Shout out to Katt. I just think, man, in comedy, it's a lot of jealousy in comedy because they ain't mad at comedians. A lot of comedians got popular but never got big. When the rap in the room and the comedian in the room, it's like, come be our funny person, but you ain't part of the party. So only certain people get to that level in comedy where you get to get some money. So it's a lot of more bitter comedians than they are rappers. Because if you're a rapper, you get a hot song, you 30 a show.
Yeah.
You could be the biggest comedian on social media and still only getting 10.
If you lucky. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
and then that window could be short,
that window's short. So everybody who popping in comedy, you know what I'm saying? First of all, you're going to get hated on by a lot of other comedians. But I just think the state is in now, it's if a comedian ain't, this our world right now. So if you ain't making it now, you just lazy. Because rappers can't go viral like us. Right. There's nobody who could have went on Club Shay Shay and got big as Katt. It took a comedian because everybody's trying to be funny right now. So this is our time. So instead of complaining, man, go get your money. Because now you got rappers trying to be funny. Lil Boosie is funny now.
Right, yeah.
Plies is funny.
Yeah.
Because they know this get more reaction. So comedians now, I think they're complaining, but they ain't looking at the window. This is our window, and this window gonna close one day.
Yeah.
You know, you got to go get, this our time. Rap have their time. Everything has its time. And I think comedians nowadays, they complaining, but they don't want to get on social media because they talked about social media people so bad. And I'm like, comedians, I'm like, bro, it's a lot of comedians. I understand when we came up, we had to learn to do stand-up, but I'm like, all right, we've been doing this for a minute. So you telling me every old school comedian is better than every new comedian. That's impossible.
Right.
I had a comedian, I ain't gonna say his name, he an OG comedian. He was like, man, I love you and DC and all of them, man. I be telling people start hating on y'all. He said, now, do I think y'all could beat me on stage? He said, no, but I love y'all. So I let him finish. I said, hey. I say, start right there. I say, we cool, bro, but I'm not like them. I ain't finna let you just say that. I feel like nobody can't beat me on stage right now, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no way that we've been doing this long too, and everybody just, so that was the problem. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come together.
Right. And then I think with you too, Kountry Wayne, is that you understood it, you studied it, and you go and you know your audience too.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because sometimes people get upset because there's a different tool that's used right now. And I understand hitting the comedy stores and hitting these clubs. And I used to go from Philly to New York and New York to here. And I used to do 3-4 nights. We had to do that. But now you don't have to.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to because and then it also, I see people where they're funny on social media, but then they don't know how to carry that over.
Yeah. Now that's a lot of
and
people like that.
And you can't continue. Like, you can come into my store and you could rob me once.
Yeah.
But you can't come in the next week, and you know what I'm saying? So I can go see you once and be like, oh man, he wasn't what I thought. And then slowly, with you not knowing your game, that's gonna stop.
That's gonna stop.
That's gonna burn out. But when you see other dudes and they continue to fire, they like, oh, okay, I'm studying it. I get it. I get it. It's a whole different world.
It's a whole different world. And even when you do study it, man, they won't give you your props then. That's why when Katt shouted everybody out, I'm like, man, that's really big for the social media people who really do their stand-up because, bro, ain't too many comedians gonna call out your name. You know what I'm saying? I know Kevin Hart did it one time, but when it comes to stand-up, they really don't. I'm like, bro, I know I've been good for years. I got so good, I did it without cursing. I'm like, who you know could bring the streets out? And I'm not even cursing on stage. So that take a whole nother skill level, and they know that. But you don't hear too many comedians saying my name because they're like, man, he big enough. As long as we don't say, bro, people, bro, it's like a woman. She know who that dude is, and I know. So I'm like, bro, when it comes to that stand-up, I've been tearing these crowds up way before I even got to the Netflix special.
Right.
Before I got to the Netflix special, that material had been tested so much.
You were ready.
I was ready.
And you knew you were ready.
And a lot of people who thought, oh, this our time to hate, it ain't work. Cause bro, people don't see me do stand-up for real. So it's like, but it's a lot of hate in the comedy world, but I ain't never cared. And I always spoke my mind. Because it's love too, you know?
Yeah, very much
it's love, but man, it's our time. If a comedian ain't getting it right now, man, you just ain't got it, dog.
Amen.
And everybody ain't good. And they don't want to admit that.
Right. You did Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, we saw record-breaking numbers from Katt Williams.
Mm-hmm.
How was it sitting down with bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it was a moment, man, because I came right after Katt. I was the next interview.
The next in line?
I was the next in line. So it's like, boy, I know I'm not getting those numbers. So
Right.
I went in there reality, and I just went in there with a different approach. I'm like, I'm going to be me.
So when you did Club Shay Shay with Shannon Sharp, Katt Williams was already released. So it wasn't like you was on the schedule and he shot one day, the next day. You already knew this dude.
I was already on the schedule.
Yeah, but it was like he was already released.
Yeah, he was released.
Okay, got it. So you already knew numbers.
New number. He was the biggest. It was that moment. And I'm the next interview that's coming after this. So now I got to go in here and sit on this couch and do my thing, you know. But
you don't drink though, huh?
Nah.
Did you ever drink? Because you say sober, but did you ever? Yeah,
nah, I ain't never drank.
Yeah,
I ain't never drank, smoked, none of that.
Yeah, same. I got drunk one time in 1994, Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I never do that again, bro.
Yeah.
Never do. I did one of those. Let me just try it.
Mm-hmm.
I tried it.
Yeah. I got a lot of kids. I was like, I did enough of something.
Right. Yeah.
I got to do something right.
Hey man, do your kids know you're famous?
Yeah, they know.
Mm-hmm. The ones that know, they know.
Yeah, because we can't go nowhere. It's like, no matter if I'm out in LA or whatever, it's always gonna be, and it's like Kountry Wayne, dog. Like, and they all got a speech. So, and then in the South, you know, it's real crazy. I really can't go nowhere in the South because it's like the way I came up is more powerful because they feel like they know me.
Yeah, it's different when people say the people's champ, one of our own.
Yeah, it's like that's our Wayne because everybody's seen it.
It's and that's 8 to 80. You know what I'm saying? You probably in the airport like, keep killing them, bro. You know?
Everybody, but I got every age group. I'm talking about, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. And that Netflix special brought a lot of kids.
Yeah, man. That's why I was saying, do you know where they know you from?
Yeah, I know a lot of kids know me from, they seen me on TikTok, but they became fans through the special because the cadence I use, it was quick. So they understand that cadence. That's why I chose that cadence. Because
the attention span.
You got to step on your jokes. And comedians tell you all the time, don't step on your jokes, but now you got to step on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just everywhere. My kids, they definitely know I'm famous. And my kids my daughter's like, why don't they give you a break? They see you with your kids. But I was like, man, baby, they the reason why you got them Balenciagas on.
Yeah.
and I ain't even say it right, so you know we ain't used to have them. Girl, please. I took every picture that I ever got asked to take. You know what I mean?
Same, bro.
Every picture,
and I'm 30 years in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 30 years in, man. And I tell people, I say, man, I don't run from the love. I run to it.
No,
and I say, man, what if all this being recognized, or whatever it comes with, what if all this turned to hate? And I couldn't even walk out the house or something. Instead of somebody coming and say, man, I listen to you, I watch your show, I do that. What if somebody just, all that flipped and it was just, I couldn't even be out with my family because somebody would say to me.
You a humble guy though. That's why you've been around a long time. A lot of celebrities.
I'm Ida's son, bro. First.
A lot of celebrities forget where they came from.
Yeah.
And the Bible say that, man, you can't, if you remember where you came from every day, you'll be thankful for everything. Mm-hmm. Like, I'd be thankful just to be like, I just lost a diamond ring today. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't find my diamond ring, but my brother, he was more worried than me. I'm like, bro, I'm just glad to be able to drink water, wake up in the bed sometimes. So, and you remember when you ain't have nothing. So I'm like, how can a celebrity complain about being a celebrity?
Bro. Right. I trip off of people that say, yeah, man, you know, I don't take pictures when I'm eating with my family. I say, man, you heard that from another famous person.
Yeah. You almost could eat You almost couldn't eat, period.
Man,
one
like,
day.
I know how to stand up and take a picture.
But they going to go back and look at themselves, and it's going to look lame and corny to them because they going to be like, man, I remember when I was so thankful and trying to get here. Now I'm here.
Yeah.
And they don't know. That's why they lose their fan base because they fan base watching.
Yeah. I saw one literally, Wayne, that went full circle.
Yeah.
That I saw it. I saw it and I was like, but I talked to him about it. And now it's like, bro, they just, that person.
People going through it, bro. And we got people, that's why I don't complain about it. No matter what I'm going through in business, I'm never finna get on here and complain. Because like, bro, we talking about millions. It's people out there.
No, you talking about millions.
No, I'm saying celebrities. Celebrities talk about millions. They be like, millions of dollars in this and I lost this. But I'm like, bro, it's people that need $200.
Right, man.
You must forgot.
Yeah.
I haven't forgot because I be around my family all the time.
Dude, I got a $5 bill at my house, right? And this $5 bill is like in my hallway, but it's like in the corner by this picture. And I've been walking past that $5 bill for over a year. And I find myself being thankful that I don't have to grab that $5, right?
I'm telling you, boy.
But bro, years ago, I would have saw that $5, man, and you know, I would have down there broke my fingers picking that $5 up.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta know where the blessings come from and what you're doing with it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And that gift could be a curse. That's why I do what I do, and I go home when I'm like,
Me too. Because we can lose it. Like, I know I can lose this at any time. So I'm not going to be one of those ones. If I lose it, then be like, man, I remember I treated people. I'm going to treat people the best I can. Because that way, if I lose it, hey, it's just gone. But I don't want to be with that regret of I treated people at a certain way just because I got more followers than somebody. Because it's more people who don't got followers the happiest people.
Yeah, man.
I get my family is so happy broke. And I thought about that one time. I said, you know what? They must not really be broke. I said, because when we was broke, just think about how much fun we really had.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Ain't nothing like, we go to one of these big Hollywood parties, it's cool, but boy, ain't nothing like catching a house party in the hood. Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I'm loose. So it's like, man, to be honest, man, bro, money ain't, that's why I give it away.
Hey, man, you ever heard, like, There's Hope by India.Arie?
There's hope.
When you get a moment.
That's one of my favorite artists, too. Shout out to India.Arie,
Just
man.
listen to that song, man.
I love India.Arie.
Yeah,
that was one celebrity.
Song.
When I seen her big boy, I was like, boy, that was one singer, musician. That when I seen her, I was like, boy, because she got them songs, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's going to last forever.
When you hear that one, it's the conversation.
You say There's Hope?
Yep.
I got it.
Do you see it right there? Anybody Google it? I think the title's There's Hope. Man, that one, when you listen to it, it's exactly what we're talking about right here. You don't drink or smoke, and you're vegan?
Yeah.
How long you been vegan?
Going on 10 years.
What made you go vegan?
Man, just got off pork, and then I'm like, I'm going to get off beef.
Right.
Then just, by the time I got to 2014, I was full vegan.
Really, though? Have you found yourself now with more options? Because, you know, if you're a 10-year vegan now, there were places you went and you were just kind of assed out.
Man,
it was
I looked sick when I first went.
Yeah.
But now that's why I love L.A. Because L.A. got the L.A. got the options.
They eating whatever you want out here, man.
Yeah, L.A.
Paleo, keto,
to be honest,
vegan.
L.A. vegan food so good that the other food though, everybody be like, man, L.A. food ain't like that.
Do you ever question the vegan food? Like, man, it's vegan?
Yeah, I used to, but L.A. on it, man. You go to these restaurants out here in L.A., the environment there. It's like, man, you can even take a girl to her date.
Did you work at a chicken plant or a chicken factory?
No, I was about to.
Oh, okay, so you didn't work.
I was in the parking lot and I smelled them chickens. I said, I can't do it.
Oh, you didn't even go in?
I smelled the chicken. They had a fan up there.
Oh,
and the smell of the chickens came out. I said, Dad, I can't do it, man. God, I ain't trying to be bougie, but I can't get these chickens.
Hey, dude, that's when you get back in the car like, man, what's going on with my life?
I tried, because I was trying not to hustle. Because my daddy's had hustle, my uncles had hustle, my mama was in the streets. I'm like, man, I'm trying not to sell this dope. But, man, there was nothing around me for real. Boy.
So did you get hired at the chicken place already, or you was going in and doing application?
My god sister got me on.
Oh, so you was in.
Guaranteed in. I'm about to go here, start work tomorrow. They finna give me my boots and you know what I mean? My equipment. Bro, I stepped out there, I was like, what's that smell? I looked
and you was outside.
I was outside. I turned around and got right back in the car.
And how old are you at that time?
I was 18.
18?
Mm-hmm.
A kid or two?
I was 19, yeah, 19.
19.
Yeah,
real responsibilities.
2 kids, one on the way, something like that. Probably 3 kids.
Did anybody tell you, like, man, we had the gig for you? How do you just get back in your car and leave?
The people who raised me got mad. She was like, man, you better do something. You got to get a job. Because my insurance was in her name. She said, you're going to keep paying this insurance on my car and all that. But I was like, man, I'm going to get me some money. I'm just trying not to get it the wrong way. But I was like, man, it wasn't no real way to get no money. Going to college for real when you broke, let's be real. Man, you ain't got nobody to send you nothing. But I put my own self in that situation because I had all those kids. Mm-hmm. So I did put my own self in that situation. But, man, it was a rabbit hole. I couldn't.
Right.
I mean, like, I was realistic, man. I got to get some money. And I hope God keep me safe out here in these streets.
Yeah, man.
Because I got it. I did the math, man. I was like, I can't make it if I work a job. Not with these kids.
And even now, man, like, it's got to be crazy expensive now.
Oh, it's real expensive. It's so expensive now. The money I spend, it's unbelievable that I'm even making money. But it's a weird way, man, bro. I tell everybody this. The more money I spend on my family and with my employees, bro, the more money I make. Every time I be like, okay, I'm going to get this person a raise. I'm going to do this. All right, my baby mama, you need da-da-da-da. I promise you, I ain't telling everybody to do that because I really believe, it's like you got to believe in that metric.
Right.
But boy, it's because sometimes my flesh do look at the amount I'm putting out, like, God, hey, man, what you getting paid that much money for? You know? But I spend a lot of money, man. I spend a lot of money a month. The amount of money I spend a month, man, it's crazy. They go out of my account. But the IRS going to get it anyway.
Damn.
So you got to kind of.
How many do you have that's under child support right now?
Really, I'm really not on child support.
Okay, so it's the understanding and the agreement. It's not court ordered.
It's not court ordered. It's
right.
I just know, man. Like I don't say it in another interview, so I got to get it to you. You my boy. Just with my family, I know it's $200 a month. That's just family. 200
racks?
Yeah, 200 racks a month.
And like, what do you mean by family? Like the kids?
Kids, baby mamas, sisters, grandmas, god sisters. You know, I take care of my whole family. That I grew up. Everybody get a check. You know what I mean?
Cut this. Cut it. I want my family to see this. We'll finish out, but you know where to cut it at. Then we'll get back. 200,000. So yeah. What is that? 2.4 a year, just to the family.
2.4.
I heard that, amazing, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
It's 2.4, man. I sent my brother 5.4. It was like
wait.
I sent him 5.6 because he paid everybody through his company because he handled a lot of business for me. And my family worked for me though. Everybody get a 1099, W-9.
Right.
And
you sent your brother 5.6,
but that was $3 million for the content because he paid everybody too.
Right.
So it's $3 million.
Oh, so it's all in the empire too.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. Let me tell you, man.
But when they in the videos, they don't get no extra fee.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I got my baby mama in my storyline coming up. When you in the family, when you work, you don't get no extra money. You get for when I need you to do something. Everybody just move. Everybody just. Like my brother out there right now, my other brother, he paid everybody. They were filming the other day. He made sure he paid the people's house we in, made sure everybody got their food.
Okay, so
my daddy, he took the Sprinter because we about to go on tour. He took it to the oil place yesterday. My son, my car broke down. He got it towed in the middle of the night.
Okay, so everybody doing something.
Brother, ain't nobody in my circle able to sit down. But my grandma. And
she earned that now.
Yeah, my grandma.
The last 6 months you told her just relax her. Right.
No, I always was able to take care of them, like look out for them. But now it became consistent over the last 4 years. Like, all right, man, I'm just gonna give y'all a salary, but you got to work. You know what I'm saying? Like my sister, she managed my house. She made sure the house straight. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But my house, my studio, cause I filming skits out of there. So everybody's moving. Ain't too many people just.
Okay, so it's not all hands.
The baby mamas. I don't play about them kids. So that's a job. Because they the characters in my, because I know the IRS listening. So they the characters in my right. Social media. But I don't play that. So if something missing with my children, if they ain't did something, like, bro, there ain't no excuse you getting too much money. That child better be on school that time the whole time.
Right.
Whatever event they got to go to, there's no excuse. Because I'm overpaying you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come my baby mama, man, two of them, I'm almost $250 a piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you make $250,000 and don't give me your child money. But they don't miss a joint. So that's a job within itself.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I shout out my baby mamas.
Out of 7 of them?
That's why I shout out my baby mamas, man, because the job they got to put up with these kids.
Right.
Bruh, is a job within itself. Because if you become a celebrity, most times you're going to lose that next generation of money because you wasn't there to nurture the children.
Yeah.
So you was there to only give them money, but they going to lose it because nurturing
I saw
important.
that, man. Like the man that walked to school, buy the kid the bands to go to school, the next generation,
you gonna lose it,
walk.
bro. Like I made it all my son basketball games.
Let me tell you, man, I'm a taxpayer, business owner, God willing, great father, great husband, I feel great family member as far as brother and everything. And I'm going to tell you, I'm as honest as I can be right now. If somebody, my brother, was in a position to give me 5.6 to handle everything like that was my gig, you would never see me again. Man, your brother's a different brother, man, because I would have taken that money. I would have been this like that, like Daylight.
But that's why family important.
Right.
Because to be honest, you heard a family taken from you. You know what I'm saying? But to have somebody in your life that you ain't got to watch the money, that's a whole nother job. You know what I'm saying? So to have these people in my life that I really grew up with, it's like you know what you're dealing with. You know who steal, you know who don't. Like I know my children, like Honest, if Honest wasn't rich, she would steal.
And as a dad and being real, you know that.
That's why I don't judge people. Because I'm like, if my children didn't have money, Tamar would be in the game.
Right.
He got this little leader mentality. And like a lot of my children be influenced. I know some of my children be influenced doing other things. Because so I'm like, man, I just like, man, I'm thankful, but at the same time, family is important, bro. Because them baby mamas, we don't get along. We ain't used to get along all the time. But to put up with them kids, because at the end of the day, man, like, just think about the people who own the companies. Celebrities on tour, but the people who own the company is home with their children.
Right.
So their children get information. They teaching them how to learn. But we on tour all the time. We just spending money back. So when we done working, that child is going to be spoiled, brat, who don't know nothing about the world.
Right.
I made every one of my son games. My daughter got a video shoot coming Sunday. I'm in their face. You got to do this. I'm at the school. Sorry, you ain't finna get away with that. You know what I mean? I'm in my children's life, but it's only because I was able to create something.
You ever showed up to the wrong school?
It's the wrong school?
Yeah.
Nah, I never showed up to the wrong school.
Do any of the kids go to school together from different mamas?
Oh yeah. Two of my daughters, they the same age. They like they both got a birthday this month.
And how old are they?
They turned 15 this month.
And they're right behind each other?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They spiritual twins.
Damn.
They come from two different bellies, but they twins. They ain't really twins, but
I got you. But damn, and they right back to back?
Back to back. That's what I said.
Threw that thing apart.
I was ovulating that week for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, you were. They caught you in heat.
I was ovulating.
Man.
I've been having baby. My cycle ain't never came on.
Right. Yo, you potent.
I'm always ovulating.
Man, how many does Nick Cannon have? 12 or something?
He got 12.
Yeah, man.
See, he had his kids after the money.
Oh, yeah.
I had majority of mine before the money.
12.
So my children.
Do you think that's harder?
Yeah, that's crazy.
To be honest, it's easier financially for him, but it's going to be harder for him the other way. It was harder financially for me, but it's easier the other way because my children, like I say, they grew up. They just 7 years, just 2016, this 8 years ago, I'm still in the streets. You feel? Because while I was coming up, going viral, I was still hustling. So they was going to school. They daddy, my sons he's played baseball. They were like, what your daddy do? He a rapper. I said I had to lie to him like I was rapping, which I was rapping, but I wasn't making no money out rapping. So my kids are not like
Took that T off for the kids, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I was rapping. That's what I was doing.
So my kids, they're not like the other celebrity kids. If we went broke today, they gonna know how to a certain degree. We was just here. But when you had them kids, when you had that celebrity and the money just already there, it's just a different mentality with them children. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't go backwards. Because it's like, that's a foreign, I'm still around people who ain't got no money. My family, my kids get to see their cousins, so they know the reality of life. But man, it's hard. But when you have that money, if I had a child right now, that baby mama know how to really go get that child support.
Right.
If I get a girl in LA pregnant, oh man.
Oh yeah.
She know how to do the paperwork.
You're gonna be in court with this one.
She know how to go through the system.
Yeah, then they gonna subpoena this show. Like he knew it all. He trying to give me this $5,000. Like, look at this.
Yeah, these baby mamas out here, it's just like it's too many celebrities out here. It's a whole LA, boy, it's a whole different vibe out here, boy. Everybody.
Are you in a relationship now, Wayne? Or what do you do?
Nah, I stayed. No, I'm not in a relationship.
And that's got to be by choice.
Oh yeah, because I don't. If eventually I'm gonna really get in one because I'm 36 now, but it's gonna have to be somebody I really like spiritually too. Somebody who make me laugh.
So, is there any woman that's listening or watching now, like, oh, we ain't serious? But it seems like you more upfront.
Yeah. She know who she is, but I ain't gonna. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's real candidates that I probably, you know what, this girl gonna be my wife. And when I come at her like that, I tell them that. So if I ever told a girl that I was serious, yeah.
Man, Kountry Wayne, I want to do something with you right now. Right?
What's up with it?
We do this thing called 7-7, but for you, I'm going to do 10-10.
Okay.
All righty? I'm going to put 10 seconds on the clock.
Bet.
All right, and I'm going to slow this down for you, just so your mind will be going already.
Please do.
All righty, I'm going to put 10 seconds on the clock. All righty? In 10 seconds, I want you to name all 10 of your kids.
Okay, but that's okay.
Your time begins now.
Tony, Tay, Mama, Lil, Alea, Christiana, Zaria, Kiyomi, Honest, Melissa, Taylor.
Damn, he did it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Damn. 10. I ain't mad at you. We had people. I think you're the third person that's ever beat like 7, 8, 8, 10. Like we get people in here, name 7 of your songs. And then go, and I'm like, oh, they're not gonna beat it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna beat it. That's crazy, bro. Like you really hands-on. Let me tell you. Now with me, like there's a sound that takes me back to my childhood. Like this. That sound is traumatic for me. Because that's what my dad did when he left. He like, yeah. And this right here too, Kountry Wayne, this, until this day, I don't drink milk. Yeah, I'm like, man, he went out, that hoe, he went out to get milk. Like, yeah, there's just some things, man. Yeah, I don't know if you read my book.
No, I haven't read it, man. I gotta check it out,
man. I explain, like, I didn't grow up with my dad. And so literally, bro, and this is a real story. I'm out with my dad, and you know this story very well. Because Jose and I, we've been knowing each other for decades. It's like my partner. And they know the story because I've said it. I'm literally, and they read the book, out with my dad, and we're playing catch. And it's a dad thing. I throw the ball, he catch it. He throws it back, I catch it. Every time, a couple times he would tell me, okay, back up. So I back up a little bit, toss the ball, he'll catch it, throw it back, I'll catch it. Okay, back up. So every time that I would catch it, he'll tell me back up so I can learn this distance. One time he threw the ball, and the ball went over my head. So when I went to go try to grab the ball, it went over my glove. And so when I turned around to go get the ball, I'm running. I pick up the ball. I go to throw it back. When I look, I see my dad on one foot running around the corner, like skipping around the corner, and he left. That's the last time I saw my dad, literally walking down the street, running around the corner.
Brother, that's a movie.
Yeah, it's bullshit too. But
I'm about to say, boy.
Can we do a skit on that?
Hey, man, I'm going to say, brother,
hey, man, now watch somebody just take that part, and that's the only part they're going to use. And they're not going to use the joke part. They're not going to put the other end on it, man. Yeah, man.
We're going to say this right here so nobody can't take it.
Yeah.
Brother, storyline you just put in that, because if a daddy in a movie, he said, I'm going to teach you this distance.
Right, yeah.
Preparing a child to not have a daddy, because he know he about to leave.
Yeah.
And name the movie Good Daddy.
Right.
That's a good daddy because he like, I'm being honest with you.
He taught you the biggest lesson of your life.
He taught you the bitch, so he learned how to operate with distance.
Yeah,
oh my God.
That distance. Yeah, man. There it is, man.
Keep the distance. Well, that's a better title.
Ooh.
See, this is how you copyright stuff now.
Yeah, man.
You have to say it.
On here.
We said it first. On this date, y'all put the date on there.
Turn the camera around to the date and time.
Brother, that's a hit movie without even a star in it.
So let's stop talking about it.
So when I do this movie,
Yeah, see, there it is. You know what I'm saying?
bruh, that's a hit.
Yeah, man. I told you. No.
Keep the distance.
Keep the distance. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
brother.
Distant daddy. Look, that's his agent calling now.
No.
Jesus Christ, this dude.
Hey.
Is that your partner calling from the other room?
Nah, I don't
listening?
know who that was, man.
I think that was your partner that
That's
put you
AI
like, man,
calling.
I already sent it.
Man, keep the distance a hit, bro.
Yeah, man. Are you
Because the daddy come back at the end and the son is successful and he mad at the dad. He say, man, you weren't in my life. Look at me now. Look at me. He
Right.
say, trust me, you wouldn't have been here if I would have
If I
stayed.
wouldn't,
Because
yeah.
I was bad inspiration. With me, you was able to visualize in the world in your mind. You create a spiritual father in your mind. That's why I left.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I kept the distance. If I would have stayed close, you would have been like me. You would have been like my daddy. You would have been like his daddy. You would have been like your uncles.
Right.
But look what I came and done in your life.
Now give me 1,500.
Yeah. A week.
Hell yeah,
Bro,
man.
that's a hit, dog.
Yeah, man. Well, all right. Well, there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and make that happen. Then. I'm gonna do that old copyright where I just mail the idea to myself, or just look right in the camera with the date and everything on it, man.
Yeah, I'm
Believe that.
going to hit one of my brothers up. Hey, bro, I know you listening. Go ahead and put that in your phone.
Yeah. Now, who's the
tell
brother?
Terry to handle it.
Who's the brother you hit with now?
Oh, that's my brother Tay, Prince Tay, man. He was with me in the streets, and he was with me. He was the first believer in my family that really was like, man, whatever I'm finna aim at ain't gonna reach where Wayne going. And it took my family a long time to realize that. And he was really he was really like my soldier in the streets. He listened to everything I told him. And he was like my protege, man. This brother believed.
Did it sound ridiculous to some people when you were telling them either what a dream is or
Heck yeah.
there's something other than this for me?
Man, it sound ridiculous now. Cause that's why I don't talk about my dreams, cause I know I'm gonna do it. I'm like, man, hey bro, I'm finna take over. When it come to Hollywood, I know what I'm finna do, at least with the black culture. I'm finna take over. I already see it. So if I tell people that, it come off as arrogance. And my ex-wife told me, she say on radio interviews, you know, she say no comedian is not gonna like you. I said, why? She say, because you come off like you already been here. People like, you ain't paid your dues. But it's my confidence because I'm like, bro, it's faith. People don't know what faith feel like when you don't let nobody doubt you. But you got to be in reality. I know how good I am and I know how good I'm not. So you gonna know where you maneuver in life. You gonna know how to pay people to do this part, but you gonna do this part. Like, so, but I don't really tell everybody my dreams, but him, my brothers, and I don't talk to everybody because, and there's one agent at CAA, man, I gotta give out to Josh Pearl. You know what I'm saying? He really believe in that part of me. He'd be like, man, even my lawyer. I got a big lawyer in LA. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't know by law can I say his name, but shout out to my lawyer, you talk about. He is strict. He handle a majority of the big people in LA. And he even believe in that part of me because they seen it. I have faith in something that they think, I'm like, I know I'm going to get a Netflix special. So I wrote a movie back in 2021. I said, after I get a Netflix special one day, I might already have the movie prepared because I know this Netflix special going to open the... I already have this plan and I had the movie ready. So now I'm doing my own movie, but it's like, he believe, man. Everybody ain't gonna believe in you like that. And I don't care if they believe. So that's why I don't talk about my dream. I downplay it.
Yeah. And then I get a lot of people that, even growing up, they would count your failures.
Yeah.
Like, like you rap, you rhyme, like, man, I'm about to bring this album on. Then when something don't happen, you be like, I thought you were gonna bring your album on.
And that's when it's about to happen. God need people to doubt you for his story.
Mm-hmm.
See, if everybody liking you, something ain't right.
Right.
On my social media, out of all my storylines, the ones that get the most praise are the ones that do the less money. People like, I don't like that. You can't listen to people. It's like men, like a rappers, the culture. They trying to become what they think women like instead of what women love. She's never going to tell you what she loves. She's going to show you what she loves. So everybody got double cups. Everybody smoking because what happened in the hood, they be like, oh, I love a bad boy. I love a dude. Oh, he turned me on. That's for a moment. But she going back home to that man she really loved. So you really something she like to play with. So what it is, man, people don't really listen to people's spirits and what they giving to them.
Hey, man, I could be tripping, man. But that wasn't you and Shaq talking about don't expose yourself?
Oh, yeah. That was me and Shaq.
Damn.
I was like, bro, don't expose yourself.
What was that conversation again?
He said, can you expose yourself and be vulnerable to a woman?
Right.
I'm like, bro, don't do it one time. Don't do it Don't do it. Don't do it to nobody. Because when you start winning and you get your confidence back, they're like, oh, I remember that time you was down. So you got to keep that between you and God. Because even in business, even when people come out online and they cry, when they get built up and confident, they be like, certain things you can't do because you remember when you was down. Ain't nobody never gonna be able to look when I was down. Because even when I was down, I was broke during the pandemic. And I said it online. I'm broke. So when I'm about to get a box truck, when I don't got a box truck and I'm finna go drive it myself, and I'm a celebrity because we wasn't touring, and I was down to $13,000 credit card maxed out. I was broke. So when I'm down, just because your money down, just because you sick, don't let your spirit get down. Because even if people don't throw it in your face, if you make them mad enough, they will.
Telling social media or your followers that you broke, that's vulnerability, right?
That's not really, because that's money. I'm not broke. My bank account just broke.
Gotcha.
My bank account of heavy. Because if all I got is what's in my bank account, I ain't never wealthy anyway. Bill Gates don't got too much money. So that said, God loved Bill Gates more than he loved me. I'm like, nah, he just holding mine.
Right,
yeah,
right,
know
right.
what I do with it.
You know what I do with it. God, you think and he divvying it out to you.
Yeah, because if we look at our bank accounts, we might as well quit. Because Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates them got too much money. So I had to come to the realization, it must be another wealth out here. And I came up, God got my money then. So I never been down. My baby mamas ain't not one time have they ever, even my kids, see me moping. Even on social media, you ain't never see me. That stuff don't happen in my life dramatic that people wouldn't believe, even while I was famous. But man, I'm not gonna be down because the devil, that's all the devil wants. It's like when women be like, I got my strength back, I'm done with him. But he gonna put in your face, man, I got your time. You stayed in a relationship with him 7 years. Yeah, you up now, but I got 7 years from you. You go preach all you want. So the devil want to see you down because he know he can't stop you for real because we all God's children. So it's like, man, stay up. That's the number one rule in my book, Help Is on the Way. No matter what, you know what I'm saying, stay up. And just keep your spirit up. If you broke, I'm broke. If I'm sick, I'm sick. It's got to be something out there to heal. My body can heal itself. You got to be like, hey, man, my body gonna heal itself. I don't care what your doctor say. You know, so it's like, you know, I just believe that because, and we use women as an example, but it ain't because you can't, she don't need to see that.
Right.
Because if a woman see you broke down, now she feel like she got to help you be strong. Because now she live in fear.
But you know what's crazy about that is like my wife's, and it's my wife too. And if I can't be vulnerable in front of my wife.
That's your wife though.
Yeah.
And to be honest, y'all don't reach another level of understanding.
Yeah.
But it's like.
Wasn't like when I first met her, I'd be like, man, damn.
But it's like if a person see their boss, man, the company about to go down. And what?
Right. Yeah, man.
The boss just lost his house.
Right.
In his car. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Your employees don't need to see that because now.
Or if I looked at my kids and I said, I don't know what we gonna do.
That's right. that excitement that they're gonna have at work is gonna leave because now even when they get back right, they always got another option in the back of their mind for when they get back bad again.
Yeah.
We gotta have a plan.
Or they go back to that well of damn. You know.
Just in case this don't work. So in order for something to work, you gotta have 100% faith, and the people around you need to have faith. So sometimes you gotta act like, sometimes you gotta act like everything just all right. You know, like the government, they ain't gonna tell us everything to go on. We'll go crazy. We'll quit right now. If we knew what was really happening, we'd be like, hey, man, what the hell? Hey, everybody get together and let's pray. Can we all move together?
Yeah, man.
So they can't tell us. It ain't that, you know, we understandable, but, man, you can't tell everybody everything if they depending on you, especially if you the leader. Bro, you can't let them know that. You can't let them know because.
Well taken.
Because, boy, they fear. And that's one thing that'll mess your dream up. When people around you fear. Like, when I go broke, I don't worry about me. Their faith not strong enough to go through what I go through. So I just can't let you know. Because you gonna worry. Like Bird on Soul Food. Remember, old boy came home, Makai Pfeiffer came home. He was like, man, I need a job, man. She was operating in fear, and when it got her ex-boyfriend she used to mess with, they gave him a job. You know what I'm saying? Because she was just trying to protect him. You know what I mean? But you know, then the dude came, he said, yeah, man, I remember how Birdie threw it in the face. Somebody, even if it's not that person.
Yeah, man.
Somebody gonna throw it in their face because every human gonna tell somebody something. So if it's a woman, ain't about her, she might go tell a friend. And her friend, but what out the friend fall out? Boy, you know, goddamn Wayne ain't got no money right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, now, God wants you to hold your story. You know, so I put that out there. A lot of people didn't like it, but I'm just speaking from experience. And when it comes to women, I know that like the back of my hand because my mama kept it real with me. That's why when men be like, men be on podcasts, if you want a good man, this what you got. I'm like, fellas, bro, we ain't all that. She cheating too. Like, men think we the gift to, come on.
Right.
Come on, bro.
That's what I say too, man. I used to say, man, if only men cheat, who we cheating with?
Bro, I always been the guy. This I knew because I always been the guy, you know, that a girl, a girl was cheating with. So I'm like, and I seen how, but I was quiet. A woman could pick out that guy who ain't gonna say nothing. It's like it's not even a conversation.
Hey, look how all the fellas looking at you.
Yeah, it ain't the one she talking to all the time. It's that one she ain't talking to. When they look at each other, they already know. They be like, if we ever get along, it's going down.
And you said you were the guy. That
I was the guy, bro. I cheated,
with.
but that's how I fought in school. I ain't gonna lie, I had everybody girl, and it wasn't even loud. It wasn't even no conversation. When me and her got together, it was never no. It was like, man, guess what happened in school today? We'll be talking because we already know what's up. Even in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I already knew, but my mama taught me the game. My mama really kept it real with me. So I already knew.
Is your mom still with us?
Nah, she died when I was 11. But before she left here, I learned about women.
You, huh?
She gave it to me. And I that's why I still love, like my baby mamas, I still look out for them even if they get another man. Because that's hard for a man to get over. To take care of a woman, even if she dealing with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
That's why a lot of the black community mess up. Because once that man leave, he ain't giving that baby mama nothing.
Right,
He'll send it to the kids, but it's because he butt hurt because somebody else smashing that good coochie.
Mm-hmm.
But what I had to learn, I seen my mama flaws sometimes. She wasn't perfect. So I still had to love my mama. And I tell her, man, if you knew everything about your mama, you wouldn't never judge a woman. And I tell her, so my mama, being vulnerable and being real, I grew up with a different perspective. And I used it for the wrong at first.
Right.
Because I knew I could get a woman. I'm like, man, she looking for somebody who just keep it a secret because she been holding this forever. A man get cheated and get praised. A woman get cheated and get called a hoe. So it's bubbling in her too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That toy ain't enough.
Right.
She needs somebody to tell her and appreciate it and be so happy to get it.
Let me wrap this up so I can get home to my wife.
Yeah, that's what everybody. That's what everybody say. Every time somebody like.
And we're not coming to see you in concert either.
Hey, you gotta go. Hey, on stage, I gotta be careful with that. Cause every time I get to talking about that on stage, it turns into.
Oh yeah.
Everybody be like.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like you hear, but every woman ain't cheating.
Everybody start listening different.
Every woman ain't cheating because.
And you can hear you get.
Yeah. A woman know how to cheat in her mind, man. Cause men gotta understand women are just like us. Mm-hmm. They feel them feelings too. That's why they get mad when we cheat so much. Cause they're like, I've been holding back this feeling.
Yeah, I could have.
Trying not to get Jamal none. She been trying not to give him none. She been holding back this feeling. She like the way he walked too. So when we do it so freely, she mad cause I might as well should have cheated too. And nowadays, women getting their own money, we in trouble. We in trouble. She free.
Yeah, you ain't getting in no relationship.
Oh yeah, I'm married mine because I already know how to.
Yeah. But
I'm married mine. The next one we get married.
But I'm talking about like 2024. We're not gonna get no invitation. I'm just saying that. Not this year. Kountry Wayne, thank you for coming into the neighborhood, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
It is really a pleasure to have you in here, man.
I'm glad to be in here, man.
Come on, bro.
You a legend.
Thank you,
and just
brother.
to be in here, man. You a definition of one of those things people say when they come here, bro. I made it.
Yeah.
You get to
Thank
see Big
brother.
Boy. Yeah.
Thank you, man. And I'm telling you, man, I've been watching. I couldn't wait to get you into the neighborhood, bro. So thank you for coming into the
I've
neighborhood.
been watching you, bro. Deuce Bigelow and everything.
Oh, really? Don't bring that up. They're canceling people. You know what I'm saying?
Man, can't cancel nobody, man. But yeah, just the same way just the involvement and you to stay, bro. You've been hot since hot.
Yeah, man.
You the GOAT, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta wrap this up, man. I'm gonna give you 7 more minutes to compliment me.
Yeah.
No, man, I appreciate you, bro. And God willing, we'll see you again.
For sure, bro.
Kountry Wayne in the neighborhood, Big Boy's neighborhood.
Appreciate it.